The scramble for Africa still goes on at the level of countries and more broken down to tribes. Cameroon is one of those countries where there are intertribal wars for land getting down to individuals. The Faku people have been going through another level of land grabbing, with indigenes and non-indigenes grabbing lands and claiming ownership of portions which is not theirs, then selling it over to others for money. The Livanda village in Limbe is going through such a crisis. The Livanda land saga goes way back as far as 2013, when President Paul Biya visited the southwest and he allocated land to some 38 villages in Fako, and Livanda was one of them. The chairman of Livanda village, Mr. Nanjia Carl David, followed up and made all the necessary documents for the land and developed a good plan for the development of the village and how it will be shared amongst villagers. It was later discovered that some non-indigenous and Bakwarians from other villages had started selling the land without the concern of the chairman and his team. On finding out about this, the chairman took the issue to the administrative court in Boya, which the case ended up in their favor. Even though that has not stopped people from still crossing the boundary, as Molan David Nanjia Carl tells us.
The administration winked at it because some of the administrators have got themselves involved in the sales of Livanda land. And it has come to a point where they are looking for a way out, how they can come out from the illegal sales which they did in Livanda Mine 3 surrender scheme. They went and made a false ratification, accomplice with faithful body lossing and his cronies, the administration. They went in and sold the land indiscriminately with some fake chiefs like Matthias Mutia, who is not even a chief. He has been committed in court for 1 year now. We have been waiting for that ruling. But still here they say the judgment is reserved for judgment. Every day he has a criminal case in Livanda land. Every day he has a criminal case in Livanda land. The chief of my 4-2 has sold part of the land. Doualanje, Rose Posi, Ekomi. Those are people who have been trespassing into that land. Finally now is John Gongo, a churchman who believes to be preaching the word, but he too has come in for land grabbing and illegal sales. So this thing has got to a stage where the minister have sent people to come and get some ratification, how they can put an end into it by establishing a final documents over the land. But still yet, recalcitrant fellows, disobedient people who have bought the land are still building there illegally, without building plan and without building permit. And those people who have sold the land, and most of them are non-indigenous, they're not people from Livanda village. They are not people from Livanda village. They just came in and sold the land because they had administrations, people behind them who wanted to get the land illegally.
Despite the injunctions from the presidency on the selling of the land and that area, others are still carrying out such acts in this area.
Very disheartening. They are not respecting the injunctions that has come from in that land as far back 2012, 2013, 2015, and the rest up till date. People are not respecting the government law. Even the one of the presidency, which they have suspended, that the creation of fake villages and fake chiefs, they are not respecting it. They say they have their godparents in Yaoundé, which they are using it to fight. I'm surprised that this thing has gone through the parliament and even the Senate, and we are waiting for the final solution that the government should take an action. But as for John Go, he cannot come and claim 2 hectares of land, saying that it is the governor who has given him the land. The governor doesn't give land to people. Give village land to one particular person, and when they want to redress the problems, he used the telephone to call the gendarmes and the police that they should allow him to build. He used the letter, ruled by writing, because we are going to court. The next step, we are going to court. And we don't want to, will not tolerate any telephone calls by saying that the governor has called, that they should leave that matter should not go on. Let him put it in writing, so that when the matter goes to court, he will be called up for questioning. But it's a shame and disgrace to the Bakri people, because we cannot sit and fold our hands, then all our land has been depleted by non-indigenous and people who have come to work to Fako. Then they feel that If they come and walk to Faku, they will destroy our heritage.
Livanda is just one of many villages in the southwest going through the struggle, which is trying to stop some unscrupulous people from infringing on their lands.